Ladies and gentlemen, Logmas has arrived. What is going on, fellow fans of Clash of Clans? It is your host, Galadon, and yes, it is officially Logmas season, Clash of Clans update sneak peek season, and now we get an idea of why the log has been such a mysterious force invading Clash of Clans villages everywhere. It is the log launcher. But I suspect there is more to this whole log thing, and I definitely have more to reveal to you in the coming days. So, as I always say, stay tuned, stay subscribed, stay notified for the earliest and most accurate update information. Also, follow my social media for, just follow my social media. Trust me, you will not be sorry, at Galadon Gaming on Twitter and on Instagram. Let's check out the log launcher, and before this video is over, I will show you the ultimate log versus the gauntlet base, and some really interesting interactions having to do with the log launcher and the invisibility spell on the town hall. But for now, let's go with our 5th siege machine in the game. It's not the catapult or the pekapult like I had hoped, but it is an awfully interesting beast. There it is, maxed out, level 4 log launcher, a lot of hit points, crazy strong, especially against walls, incredible range, but, and it is, yes, it is a big but, it decays over time. And let's just go ahead with the first of the many gauntlet bases I have to show you. There we go. We're going to go after this town hall. This is, again, the developer build, so remember, all of those numbers, they are subject to change before the update drops. But here you go. As soon as we put it down, it starts spitting out logs. It goes straight for the town hall, a beeline always for the town hall. And yes, notice the green health decaying over time. That is right, even if it takes no damage, it will be gone in a matter of seconds. It appears to be roughly 30 seconds as long as the log launcher is not taking damage. If it does take damage, that will shorten the lifespan of the log launcher itself. In this case, it was empty, so we watch it expire on the battlefield miserably. Now, of course, you look at the battle ram and think, man, the battle ram, it can go all the way to the town hall as long as it doesn't take damage. There is no time limitation. And check out the cool Expos shooting blue at the new level. Okay, but yes, okay, so there is a time limitation, and that does definitely change things. It keeps it from being broken OP, let's just be honest. If it didn't have a time limitation, it would just annihilate. Okay, now watch this. We're going to drop it down from the lower left-hand side of the village. Now, this obviously is not the ideal optimum army to bring. Why go out and destroy walls from a distance and then bring hog riders and miners? But just for illustration's sake, look at the damage to the eagle. Look at the way this sort of does complete a funnel for the hogs and the miners, and although the log launcher, again, doesn't last very long, it's opened up that enclosure for the Barb King. It's created a beautiful little funnel right here, just below the left corner, and now the Archer Queen takes out the Town Hall. In go the hog riders and the miners from about 10 o'clock, and, well, yes, you can see that actually the contents of the log launcher took out the eagle. Everybody rolls in, and it's going to be a beautiful hybrid attack with a nice little funnel there on the left-hand side. So, you know, there are obviously many ways to use the log launcher. I'm not even really going to scratch the surface or do it justice in this short 10-minute video. But again, I know that some of you are already thinking about ways to employ the log launcher, and it's going to be extremely strong. Just simply that range, the insane distance that those logs roll through defenses, and 4x damage on the walls is going to be crazy. Going to be a lot of fun to watch, and we're, of course, going to put it through a couple more tests, and then again, we're going to go back to a couple of different versions of that gauntlet base that I showed you near the beginning of the video, and look at some of the functionality. Now, right here, I'm just going to show you a clip of this attack at regular speed, and that is one of my favorites. Whenever we do the developer builds, I love to drop in Deca Pekka, right? 10 Pekkas. Here we go. Log launcher at the bottom. And yes, okay, so the idea was the log launcher would get in, maybe damage the eagle, maybe create a pathway to the town hall. But watch very carefully what happens right here when the logs reach the town hall. Now, you have to expect in a Galadon video right here, what not to do with your log launcher. Oh, as it activates the town hall. The very last log does exactly what you do not want to happen in the case of a P.E.K.K.A. or Bowler or Yeti attack, and that is wake up that town hall before your units have moved in on it. Now, of course, if you've got hog riders or balloons, then maybe there's a use for the log launcher to activate the town hall from a distance. In this case, definitely not, but nonetheless, Galadon pretty good with the Deca P.E.K.K.A. attack, and sure enough, we're going to roll through this base and crush it completely. 3 stars, and I would say no thank you to the log launcher. In fact, I would say we got 3 stars on this base, despite the use of the log launcher, getting down to the last Inferno Tower, and the Warden takes it out. So nicely done right there, but cool to watch. Definitely a warning. Be careful where you drop your log launcher. Now, of course, there could be other instances where the log launcher is going to do precisely what you want it to do, and that has to do with how well you protect it. If you can keep tanks in front of the log launcher, prevent it from taking as much damage, it's going to get further. Notice this is the same base, virtually the same strategy, just this time with Yetis. The Yetis are in front of the log launcher, and remember, the invisibility spell does not affect the siege machine. It affected everybody else. Here, the siege machine taking no damage. The pathway opening now all the way to the town hall. And yes, the town hall is activated. That's bad. But watch as the units split left and right, and the contents of the log launcher are going to dump right below. And key, notice the town hall was at about 20% health. The rage spell was overkill right there, certainly not needed. The damage from the logs from the incoming siege machine were enough that it did not take much to finish off that town hall, and of course finish off the base with mass Yetis this time. So just another possible scenario, and again, just trying to give you guys some general ideas as to how it's going to work and where it is best utilized. Most certainly ground attacks are going to be the key right here for the log launcher. All right, let's pop on over to another version of the Galadon Gauntlet base. This one is just walls. Okay, so here's just pure walls, and I just did this for fun, just so we can kind of take a look and see what the log launcher looks like as it blasts through these walls. Now notice, as the logs start to roll out, they damage the walls, but the launcher itself is running into and being slightly slowed down by the walls that have not been destroyed in front of it. So this is again something to consider. Now, once the logs have done enough damage to take out those maxed out walls, the log launcher itself rolls forward unimpeded, but it's not going to make it as far had it not had any obstacles in front of it. And we can compare that pretty easily by checking out a different pathway into this exact same base. Notice right there, we got, roughly a little bit less than halfway to the town hall through all of those walls. All right, let's try it again. This time, no walls in the way. The log launcher will start way off here on the left-hand side, but it is still a direct straight line to the town hall. You can see the logs kind of rolling in at a slight angle, and it's weird because obviously the logs aren't perfectly round, so they don't roll perfectly, which I really do like the visual appearance of this. It's very cool, and it does feel very unique to the game for some reason. But again, we're looking at the depth of penetration. How far does the log launcher get into this weird gauntlet base before it expires? Right there, again, because it didn't get slowed down by the walls, it makes it just a little bit further than the first example. All right, time to have a little bit of fun here with the log launcher and the invisibility spell. Level 1 walls, level 1 archer towers, and a fully maxed out log launcher moving in. And remember, like we talked about in the first sneak peek, siege machines are not affected by the invisibility spell, meaning that defenses will still be able to target them. Of course, the defenses don't last very long when the log one-shots the level 1 walls and the level 1 archer towers. And again, the log launcher rolls in pretty far, doesn't take much damage at all. It is going to open the pathway all the way to the town hall, and in fact, also, unfortunately, activate that town hall with those last logs right here. And here's a great example of how not to use the invisibility spell. Drop it on the town hall and suddenly your units don't know it's there, but of course the town hall knows the units are there until they are within the radius of the invisibility spell itself. So kind of a cool phenomenon that happens right there. Definitely something for us to remember. Now let's go to a fully maxed out Galadon Archer Tower Gauntlet base and look at a couple more cool interactions here. So we've got the log launcher. Again, invis doesn't work, doesn't matter. Maxed out walls, maxed out archer towers are going to damage the log launcher, and eventually, that was just for effect, you could actually still see them, the blurred out, nearly invisible archer towers firing on the log launcher. So obviously not effective. Don't think to use it, except of course, maybe for the units that are inside. Now look what I've done with these walls. Right here, these 6 openings are going to create a very unique interaction. So we're going to drop the log launcher at the beginning again. We're going to see if we can't get the contents to go straight to the town hall rather than stopping and attacking the archer towers. And this is where I think the invisibility spell is going to be huge and definitely has some great applications. And what I mean is, don't think about the invisibility spell as only a defensive measure, getting your units to not get damaged by defenses. Let's use it as an offensive measure to help funnel units, to help guide units like these Valkyries. As they head towards the archer towers, we will make the archer towers invisible, and although the Valkyries still take fire, they run right past, go to the town hall, and wipe out the town hall. So there you go. Just kind of a cool way to use the invisibility spell. This could be used with heroes, clan castle units, any attacking units to get them to go where you want them to go once and for all. Galafam, thank you for watching all the way to the end of the episode, but stay tuned. Subscribe and notified for the earliest and most accurate updated information. Galafam, you know I love, think about, and appreciate every single one of you every single day. So make the best of the rest of your day. Be kind to other people, animals, and the planet. And I'll see you back here again tomorrow for more full attacks. Galadon, a log launcher? What would they think of